Good morning students, this is Rajiya teaching 6th class science. We are discussing about what do animals eat. In our previous classes we have discussed what are the animals which uses their body organs as their food. We have observed that some animals, they are using their body organs to take the food. And yesterday we have discussed about the dog. When you just toss a biscuit to it, it just catches it up and eats it. When you just throw a ball, it just catches the ball and plays with it. Why doesn't it eat? It sniffs before it eats. It sniffs. By sniffing is nothing but by taking the smell, by observing the smell. By observing the smell, it can find out what is eatable, which particle is eatable and which is not. So if it is eatable, it just eats. If it is not eatable, it doesn't eat. So here its sense organs, that is, it smells with its nose. So it uses its sense organs to take the food. So all the animals, they use their body parts to take the food. For example, we, the human beings, we take the food with the help of our mouth, and we chew the food with the help of teeth. Is it clear? So, we human beings, we are also using our body organs in taking our food. Okay, children. So, today in this class, we are going to discuss what are the body organs used by the birds or animals. Okay, so here I have written some animals. Like here I have written number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 I have written. In that there are some animals. Okay, so hen, there are some animals and birds also. First one I have taken hen. Hen is a bird we see in our surroundings. Okay. Cow is a domestic animal we see in our surroundings. Dog we see in our surroundings. Dog is our pet animal and we tame them. Why? Because they guard our houses. Frog we see in our surroundings. Okay. Snake. Man is nothing but we, the human beings. Lizard, we see in our surroundings, especially on the walls. Vultures, okay now. Then lion. Lion is a wild animal. We cannot see in our surroundings. They are in forests. Hummingbird, it is one type of bird, the smallest bird. Okay. Here I have written some animals and birds. Let us see what body part they are using in taking their food. So, hen is a bird. When you throw some grains to the hen, it picks up its food with the help of beak. So, hen uses beak to take the food. Cow is a domestic animal. We tame them. Cows give us milk. Cow, buffalo, they give us cow, buffalo, goat, sheep. Okay, we tame them. And they are in our surroundings. We tame them. Okay. Cow, buffalo, goat, they give us milk. Okay, the food habits of cow. What does the cow eat? Grass, green grass, dry grass and plants. What does the buffalo eat? The green grass, dry grass and plants. Even the goat eats grass. So the food habits of cow, buffalo, sheep, goat are same. Okay. So they all take their food with the help of their mouth and jaws. With the help of their jaws, they chew the food. And yesterday we have discussed this cow and buffalo. They eat the food in large quantities and store the chewed food is stored in their stomach. Whenever they feel hungry, they bring the food back from the stomach to their mouth and again they chew the food. This process is called rumination. So yesterday we have discussed about the rumination. So cow, buffalo, okay now, they take back the chewed food from the stomach and eat the food again and chew the food again. This process is called rumination. So this cow takes the food with the help of their mouth and jaws. The next one, dog. Dog is a pet animal. Okay, we give them the biscuits. We give them milk. Okay, it takes the help of its, what is the body part? To drink the milk, it uses its tongue to lick the milk. And if you give it a flesh that is meat, or after we eat chicken there are some bones, that bones we give to the dog. And that eats with the help of its mouth and legs. So what are the body parts used by the dog? Tongue, mouth and legs. Let us see the next one, that is frog. Frog is an amphibian. It lives on land and also in water. It lives in both land and in water. So that is why this frog is called as an amphibian. So it uses its tongue to take the food. Next one, snake. Snake uses its mouth to take the food in. Next, man. We, the human beings, we take the food with the help of our mouth and we chew our food with the help of the teeth. Next one, lizard. Lizard we see in our houses on the surfaces of the walls. Okay, so they take their food. What do they eat? Usually the insects. Okay, so they eat their food with the help of their tongue. If it sees any insect, it throws its tongue out and it catches the insect. Once it catches the frog's tongue or the lizard's tongue is sticky. Okay, so the insect just sticks to the tongue and it eats away. Okay, so the lizard eats the food with the help of its tongue. Vulture. Vulture is some thousands of kilometers away from the earth. They fly high in the air. Okay, so when they see the food, that is, what is their food? Their food is nothing but the dead animals. When they see the food, they come down, okay, and eat their food with the help of its beak. It is having a strong beak. With that strong beak, it can tear the dead animal. It can tear the dead animal. It using its beak and claws, it can tear the dead animal and eat it. And lion is a wild animal. It lives in forests. It hunts and eats it. Okay. And it is using its legs. Leg is a body part. Mouth is a body part. Claws is a body part. So it is using their body parts, that is legs, mouth and claws. If it hunts any animal, it takes the animal and eats it. Hummingbird is the smallest bird. So it eats its food with the help of tubular beak. The beak is having the form of a tube, a long beak. Okay, so it is eating its food with a tubular beak. Okay, so this is all about the animals, and they are using the body parts used in taking their food. Hen is using its beak to take the food in its mouth. Cow is eating the food with the help of the mouth and the jaws. The dog is eating its food with the help of tongue, mouth and legs. The frog is eating its food with the help of the tongue. The snake is eating its food with the help of its mouth. The man is eating its food with the help of his mouth. Lizard is eating its food with the help of the tongue. Vulture is eating its food with the help of its beak and claws. Vulture and crow also. Eagle, vulture, crow, eagle. Their food habits are same, and their body part. The vulture is using its beak, claws to take the food. Eagle is also using the beak and claws to take the food. Crow is also using beak and claws in taking the food. We cannot see the vultures, whereas we see the crow in our surroundings. Lion is a wild animal. It is using its legs, mouth and claws in taking the food. Hummingbird, it is using its tubular beak to take the food. So these are all the animals where they use their body parts in taking their food. Okay. What do we observe here? Hen and vultures. Hen, vultures, eagle. Okay now. And crow, hummingbird, they are all using their beaks to take their food. So the body organs are same. Hen is using its beak to take the food in. Vultures are using its beak, as well as with the beak they are using their claws also to take the food. Eagle is taking its food with the help of beak, okay, and claws. Crow is using its beak. Hummingbird is using its beak. So almost all these animals, that is hen, vulture, eagle, crow and hummingbird, they are using their beak to take the food. Okay, so the body organ, what are they using? They are using beak to take their food. So in the same manner, can you say any other animals which eats, their body organs are same, the body parts are same, especially the lion. Lion, with the help of legs, mouth and claws, it is eating its food. Fox, lion, fox, tiger. Lion, fox, tiger. Okay, they are using their legs, mouth and claws to take their food. So the body parts to take the food by the lion, fox, is also using the legs, mouth and claws. So the body organs used by these animals for eating food is same. In the same manner, let us see the next one. Frog. Okay, now lizard. They are using their tongue. Frog and lizard. They are using their tongue to take the food. So, most of all the animals, they use their body organs. All the animals, they use their body organs to take the food. Okay, so in this, all the animals, they depend on other animals. Some of the animals, they depend on plants. Here I have a question. If all these animals, they eat only plants, if all these animals, they eat only plants, then what is the case? If they eat only plants, there are no plants surviving. Is it clear? So to balance the nature, some of the animals, they eat plants. And these animals are eaten by the other animals. For example, let me give a very good example. The rat is eaten by the cat. Rat is eaten by the cat. And again the cat is eaten by the dog. Is it clear? So, cow is eating grass. And the cow is eaten by the lion, tiger. Okay. So, here let us take one example. Fox. Fox is eating another animal. So, some of the animals are eating only plants and some of the animals are eating the other animals. Like that, we balance our nature. In the same, like this, the nature is balanced. In the water ponds, there are eggs and larvae. The eggs and larvae are eaten by the fish and frog. The eggs and larvae are eaten by the fish and frog. And again these fish and frog are eaten by the cranes. Like that, one animal depends on other animals for food to balance our nature. And this is called as a food chain. Okay, children. So, let us see the next topic, that is nocturnal animals. What are nocturnal animals? Cockroaches, desert lizards, rats, bats, owls, crickets. Crickets in the sense crickets means small insects. So the animals or the insects like cockroaches, desert lizards, rats, bats, owls, crickets, they come out during the nights for food. They search their food during the nights. Then what do they do in the mornings, daytime? In daytime, they hide somewhere in your kitchen. Morning, that is daytimes, they hide somewhere in the kitchen. Okay, and they come out only during the nights in search of their food. So the animals or the insects which come out during the night time in search of their food are called nocturnal animals. Okay, cockroaches we see in our surroundings, especially in kitchen sink. Okay, so these cockroaches more daytime they hide and they come out in the nights during the night in search of their foods. In daytime we are present in the kitchen, so they won't come during the daytime. Only they come out during the night. Okay, so these are called as nocturnal animals. So what are nocturnal animals? The animals which come out during the night in search of their food are called nocturnal animals. Example, cockroaches, desert lizards, rats, bats, owls, crickets. These are all the animals which come out during the nights in search of their food. In search of their food. So that is why they are called as nocturnal animals. Now let us see the next one. That is, there are some animals which eat only plants. There are some animals which eat only animals, and there are some which eat both the plants and animals. Example, we the human being, we are eating for food. What is the food we are taking? We are taking rice. Rice we are getting from plants. Okay, we are taking curries, vegetables. Curries are made from vegetables. Where do we get these vegetables from? Plants. So we are dependent on plants for our food. When Sunday comes, we go for chicken, mutton, fish, prawns, crabs. Is it clear? So we eat our food which we get from both the plants and as well as animals. So plants and animals are the main sources of food. So what are plants and animals? Plants and animals are the main sources of food. Plants and animals. Plants and animals are the main sources of food. What are the main sources of food, children? Okay, what are the main sources of food? Plants and animals are the main sources of food. We depend on plants and animals. Whatever we are eating, we are depending on whatever we are eating that is coming from plants and as well as animals. Okay, early morning, children, you drink milk. Where do we get the milk from? We get the milk from cow, buffalo, goat. Is it clear? So, we are getting the milk from the animals. Okay, so plants and animals are the main sources of food. So, some of the animals, they eat only plants. Some of the animals, they eat only animals. And there are some which eat both plants and animals. Okay, children. So, there are some animals which eat only plants. The animals which eat only plants, the animals which depend on plants for their food are called herbivores. What is that, children? Are called herbivores. So what are herbivores? What are herbivores? The animals which depend on plants for their food. The animals which depend on only for their food are called herbivores. So what are herbivores? The animals which depend on only plants for their food are called herbivores. Example: cow, buffalo, goat, sheep, deer, elephant also. Elephant. Okay. Cow eats only grass and plants. Buffalo eats only grass and plants. Goat eats only grass and plants. Sheep eats only grass and plants. Deer eats only grass and plants. Elephant eats grass and plants. Okay, they doesn't eat any other thing except plants and grass. So such type of animals are called herbivores. Okay, children? Is it clear? So based on the food group, animals are divided. Based on the food group, they are divided into three. They are which eat only plants. The animals which eat only plants. The animals which eat only plants are called herbivores. Example: cow, buffalo, goat, deer, sheep. Okay now, then elephant. Even though the elephant is huge animal, big animal, it eats only plants and grass. So it is a herbivore. Okay, next one. There are some animals which eat other animals for their food. Example, can you see some animals? Here, dog. Okay, then lion, dog, lion, fox, tiger, leopard, cheetah. These are all the animals which eat other animals. They hunt the other animals. For example, if the tiger sees a deer, it doesn't leave unless and until it catches. It hunts the animal. Okay, it kills that and eats it. Unless and until it eats, it doesn't leave it at all. So those animals are called carnivores. Now did you understand what are carnivores? Carnivores are the animals which eat other animals for their food. Their food is that? Their food is hunting the animal and eating. What is their food? Their food is hunting the animal and eating. So the animals which depend on only animals for their food are called carnivores. So what are carnivores? What are carnivores? The animals which depend on other animals for their food, they are called as carnivores. Example: fox, lion, tiger, leopard, cheetah, etc. There are so many. Okay, children. So we have observed herbivores and carnivores. Next one. There are some which eat both plants and as well as animals. Example: we, the human beings, we eat both plants and animals. We eat rice, vegetables, fruits. These are all coming from plants. On Sundays, we eat chicken, mutton, prawns, crabs. We get from animals. So, human being, we eat both plants and animals. So, which eat both plants and animals are called omnivores. Example: human beings means we eat both plants and animals. And there is one more, that is cockroach. It also eats both plants and animals. So, which eat both plants and animals are called omnivores. What are they called? Omnivores. So, depending upon the food habits, animals, depending upon the food habits, okay, they are divided into three groups. They are herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. The animals which eat only plants are called herbivores. Example, cow, buffalo, deer, sheep, goat, elephant. They eat only plants, so that is why they are called herbivores. Next, based upon the food habit, that is, there are some animals which eat only animals for their food. These are called as carnivores. Example, lion, tiger, fox, wolf, leopard, cheetah. These are all the wild animals. They hunt the other animals and eat. Okay, so these are called the animals which eat other animals as their food. They are called as carnivores. Example, lion, tiger, fox, leopard, cheetah. They depend on other animals for food. Okay, so which eat both plants and animals are called omnivores. Example, we, the human being, and cockroaches eat both plants and animals. So, depending on food habits, into how many groups the animals are divided, what are they? Basing on the food habits, animals are divided into three groups. They are herbivores, carnivores, omnivores. The animals which depend on only plants for their food are called herbivores. Example, cow, buffalo, goat, sheep, deer, elephant. The animals which depend on other animals, on only the animals for their food are called carnivores. Example, lion, tiger, fox, wolf, leopard, cheetah, etc. Okay, next, animals that take the food from both plants and animals.